So we're here at the cinema. This movie theater, I think the last name it had, the last title was the Treehouse Cinema, and it was I don't know, it was 2 or 3 screens. It was, yeah.
I've never been in there.
Yeah, you've never been in there. It's a little tiny movie theater in a strip mall here, and it was an old movie theater actually. It was an old movie theater. It goes back. It was built, must have been like in the late 80s or early 90s. It was just one. It's here in Gulf Breeze. This is a very unfocused video, but I haven't been here in years. But it is very nostalgic because this movie theater was one of the cooler, smaller movie theaters which kind of held on throughout the years in the Pensacola Gulf Breeze area. I have a couple of good memories here. When I was like a teenager, there was they showed one Halloween, they showed Blood-Sucking Freaks in 35mm, and the guy here told me that he had a hell of a time getting an uncut version of Blood-Sucking Freaks from Troma on 35mm, but they did, and they showed it here. And I brought my mom, and she was like, what's wrong with you? Why do you want to make these films? Do you want to make porno? Because I showed her, she watched Blood-Sucking Freaks with me. That's a little bit embarrassing, but oh well. And then a few years after that, when I was kind of older and in my 20s, I came back here and I saw that documentary Inside Deep Throat about the making of Deep Throat, and without my mom, by the way, and it was the uncut version of the documentary, which actually has footage of the Linda Lovelace deep throating, and it was like really weird to see this in like a mainstream movie theater in like 2003, 2004, whenever that movie came out. It was shown right here because this is a little art house theater. I think the last movie I saw here must have been There Will Be Blood. One time I remember I just kind of skipped out on work and just kind of disappeared and ran over here and watched There Will Be Blood. And it was a great showing. The movie theater, they've renovated this whole shopping plaza. It used to be like a cool like 70s, early 80s style shopping plaza. It didn't have all this crap, this junk, and it had cinema up there. It had cinema up there, and there used to be like this thing here, this doorway was not here. This doorway wasn't here. It just went, it was one of those like strip malls that had these little hallways, these little coves that you could go into, and you'd go around. But this cove just went straight back, and this wasn't here. Or most of the time, I believe it was open. I don't think it was here. It was here. You just went straight back there. And then you had the ticket booth and the ticket office, but it was great. I mean, it's closed right now, of course, because most things in Pensacola only stay open for a little while because everybody's broke. But oh man, it's very nostalgic. One of these strip mall movie theaters. I'm sure very soon that will be torn down. I'm sure the movie theater will be torn down. I'm sure it'll be closed permanently, and they'll open up like a frozen yogurt stand or some crap here. But it's great. But I don't like the whole renovated like this. I'm telling you, like maybe about 10 or 15 years ago, it was very kind of like 70s, 80s kind of strip mall type of, very seedy type of art house type look. It was not this. They did this stuff. They wasted probably a lot of money on this stuff. This is blah. It looked cool. It looked run down, and there was all kinds of second run crap that they would show there, and it was wonderful. And but I guess that's all gone. Well, who knows? It might open someday. Someday, who knows?